Hello. So welcome to level 2 of beginning piano lessons with me, Mrs. Michelle. Like I said, this is beginning piano lessons with me, Mrs. Michelle. This is lesson 1 of 6 in your Wunderkeys Piano Book 1. Make sure that you have your Wunderkeys Piano Book 1. Make sure that you have your piano, that you're right next to your piano or your keyboard, and we will get started. Okay, so we are in the happy and hard hat section of your book. So go ahead and turn the page to that book. You'll see Gary the bear and Maxine the skunk. Today we're going to be learning about building on the wonder staff, middle C on the grand staff, and we're going to practice together. And for today's lesson, you're going to need a pencil and you're going to need a red crayon and a green crayon. So we're going to be using that for class today. All right, let me go ahead and read what it says in the book. Maxine, it's perfectly safe in here. You don't need a hard hat. We're building a new recital hall. I've been digging all day. That's wonderful news. Now set your construction equipment aside and join us as we learn something new and exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and take out our pencil right now. So far you've been playing, the music you've been playing has only had 2 lines. That's called a wonder staff. But now we're going to start to turn those lines into 5 lines. You're going to start to play on a full staff now, okay? So let me take out my pencil. Make sure you take out your pencil too. We could draw together. All right. So if you look in your book, you see here in the wonder staff, and you see how there's 3 dotted lines. So we are going to write in our book a little. So you can write in your book. Don't write on your piano, just write on your book, okay? So let's go ahead and draw those 3 lines. See the 3 dotted lines. Go ahead and trace that with your pencil. And now you've turned 2 lines into how many lines? If you said 5, that's correct. And because look at this symbol is called the treble clef, if you remember from our last lesson. So now we've made a treble staff with 5 lines in it. Okay, and notes on the treble staff is played with your right hand. So go ahead and raise your right hand for me. All right, very good. Okay, now we're going to draw a note in the space. So in piano, do you see how there's all these, this is the staff right here. If you put a note, if you draw a note on the space, it's called a space note. If you draw a note on the line, it's called a line note. So let's draw a space note together. Go ahead and take out your pencil. Let's draw a space note together. Okay. So you can go ahead and check your work on my screen because I drew it. And do you remember what direction does the stem go if we're playing with our right hand? Do you remember? What direction of the note does the stem go? Does the stem go up or does it go down? If you said up, you're correct. So let's go ahead and draw a stem pointing up. Okay. Now let's draw a line note. So you can watch me on the screen and copy me. So see, that means the line goes through the note. So go ahead and draw that a circle in your book. And then what direction does the stem go? Does it go up or down? If you said up, you're correct. So let's draw our stem up. And I'll give you a moment to go ahead and do that. And then we will move on to the next page. Okay, so here's the next page. Make sure you turn your page. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to do it with the bass clef. Remember the bass clef? What hand do we play with when we see the bass clef? Right or left hand? If you said left hand, then you are correct. All right, let me go ahead and take out my pen. Let me change my color. I'll make it, I will choose color blue. All right. So remember, if there's only 2 lines, it's a wonder staff. So let's trace these other 3 lines to make it a bass staff. So go ahead and trace it with me in your book with your pencil. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to do that. All right, and then now here's the bass staff down here because we made the bass staff. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to make some notes, okay? Let's make a space note. So go ahead and draw a note on the space, little circle. And what direction does the stem go if you're playing with your left hand? Does it go up or does it go down? If you said down, you're correct because the treble staff it went up. Remember, but for bass, it goes down. So let's go ahead and draw a line going down, and let's go and draw another note, a line note this time. Okay, so let's do a line note, and then what direction does the stem go? If you said down, you are correct. There we go. And do you remember what hand do we play with if we see the bass clef again? The bass staff. It's our left hand. All right, very good. Now I'm going to teach you how to find the middle C. Okay, it's very important. You're going to start to play with your right and your left hand. So finding the middle C is very important. So I taught you in our last lessons where the C is. So remember the C is, so if you look at your piano or your keyboard, you see the patterns of 2, and then the C is the first white note next to the first pattern of 2. So I want you to find the middle C though. So this is where the middle C is. It's usually in the middle of your piano or keyboard, and it's next to the maker's name. So do you see that? That's where my middle C is. So go ahead and find the middle C for me and play it with the right hand first finger. Can you do that for me? Middle C is a line note. So if you look in your book, then you'll see these are all middle Cs. Some of them has its stem up and some is down. If the middle C stem is up, that means we play it with our, and it's on the treble staff, it's with our right hand. And if the stem is down, then we play it with our left hand. Now this is where you're gonna need your red crayon, and you're also gonna need your green crayon, okay? This is what I want us to do. So I want us to circle all the middle C's with the stem pointing up. Circle that with your red crayon. We'll do it together. My red crayon. Okay, so let's circle all the middle C's with the red crayon. The ones that we play with our right hand. Okay. And then now we're going to circle all the middle C's with the green crayon. The middle C's that we play with our left hand with the green crayon. So let me take out my green pencil. All right, so the middle C's with our left hand with the stems going down. Let's go ahead and circle that together. All right, so is that what you circled in your book? You can go ahead and check your work with my work. So now we are going to be practicing together. So let's make sure that your page is on this page, practice on the pathway. And then we're going to put our fingers in middle C positioning. Okay, you're going to be playing with your right and left hands now. And I'm going to be showing you a video to help you understand what I'm talking about. Middle C positioning, both of your thumbs, the right hand first finger and your left hand first finger are on middle C, and just let your fingers 2, 3, 4, and 5 just rest on your piano or keyboard. All right, and so go ahead and watch my video real fast, and then I'll explain it some more, and then we're going to practice together. We're getting ready to play middle C position, and this is how it's supposed to look. Your thumbs are going to be in middle C. Middle C is usually in the middle of your keyboard, and it is usually next to the maker's name. So go ahead and locate that on your keyboard. And you're going to rest your thumb, your right thumb of your right hand, first finger is your thumb. So you're going to rest that on middle C. And then on your left hand, first finger of your left hand is your thumb. And you're going to rest that on middle C like this. And so the rest of your hands, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are just resting on the keys. And we are going to try to do the practice on the pathway. We're going to do the first one together. So before we do the first one together, make sure your fingers are in middle C position, just like my fingers right here in the video. And we are going to try to play the first song together. Okay, we're going to practice that together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, let's do that again. This is the first one on the top. Ready, set, go. Okay, very good. So I want you to go ahead and pause the video and try to do this first one. And so remember, you play with your right hand when the stems are going up. You play with your left hand when the stems are going down. And all you're playing is middle C. So make sure that you switch it correctly. And when you play with both hands, you read it from left to right. So you go like this, and then you go down like that. Okay, so play these 4 notes and then play these 4 notes. Okay, and then I'm going to do the second one next. But make sure to pause the video so that you can practice, and then you can unpause the video after. We're going to do the second one. Put both thumbs on middle C. Ready, set, go.
See how I held the last note out because it's a half note, so it gets 2 beats. Let's do that again. Ready, set, go. B, C, 2. Okay, very good.
And pause the video and try number 2. You can also rewind it if you want to see my example again. But don't forget, stem up means right hand, stem down means left hand, and you're only playing middle C. You just have to know when to switch your fingers. So it goes up like this, down, up, and down. Okay? Now I'm going to be going to the third song.
Last one, the last line. Remember, each quarter note gets 1 beat and each half note gets 2 beats. So make sure to hold that out with me. Okay? Ready, set, go. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay, let's do that again one more time. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. Very good.
Go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and try the third one. Okay, so your homework for this section is rock and roll and construction zone in your Happy and Hard Hats book. All right, so I'm going to play an example of it, and this is going to be your homework assignment that I want you to record for me and send to me so that I can make sure that you get it before we move on to the next lesson. So here is an example of both songs.
This is going to be your homework assignment for this week. It's rock and roll in your Happy and Hard Hat book and construction zone. Okay? So here's a demonstration of how those songs should sound when you practice them. Okay? Remember? Put your thumb, first finger of your right hand on middle C position and first finger of your left hand in middle C position. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Again, this is rock and roll. I can play rockin' music with my fingers. All right, very good. Now this one is construction zone. And don't worry about the very last thing on your book because this is for the teacher. Construction zone. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
That's your homework assignment. So make sure you practice. I want you to practice 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And those are your 2 homework assignments. Go ahead and send me a video with your homework after you get it done, and then I will send you the link to the next class. All right, bye, and see you next time.